Welcome back to the channel, everybody. In today's video, we're going to be covering the life and the legacy of the one and only XXXTENTACION, one of my personal favorites. The one I personally believe is the GOAT of the young heads, gone way too soon. I personally believe he'd be on top of the world right now if he was still here. And yeah, with that being said, let's get into it. X was born on January 23rd, 1999 in Plantation, Florida. His real name, as most of his fans know, is Jose Dwayne Ricardo Onfroy. His parents are of Jamaican descent. His father's name is Dwayne Ricardo Onfroy, and his mother's name is Cleopatra Aretha Drina Bernard. His father named Ja after the Bob Marley song So Ja Said. X's father and grandfather are both Rastafarians. Rastafarians is basically a religion that came about in Jamaica during 1930s. It's classified as both a new religious movement and a social movement. There's no central authority and control of the religion, and much diversity exists amongst the people that practice it, who are known as Rastafarians or Rastas. X was born with a ventricular septal defect, commonly known as a hole in the heart, and he was also diagnosed with bipolar disorder during his childhood. But due to his heart condition, X never grew taller than 5'6". He's on record stating he also had Egyptian and possibly Italian ancestry. When Ja was just 6 years old, he allegedly tried to stab a man that was attempting to attack his mother and was eventually put in a youth program before living with his grandmother. A source close to the family denied that alleged stabbing incident occurred though, and it could not be confirmed nor denied by police reports since Ja was just a minor. Due to his mother's personal problems, X was mainly raised by his grandmother Colette Jones in Pompano Beach, Florida, and Lauderhill, Florida. When Ja was only a child, he discovered his uncle's lifeless body after he had committed suicide by hanging. He grew up to reference the trauma from this incident in several different songs. According to Cleo, his mother, Ja was often beaten by his father as a child. She claimed that Ja's father tried to hit her in front of Ja on multiple occasions. In early 2008, when X was just 10 years old, his father was arrested and sentenced to 9 years in Arizona on RICO charges after the DEA organized a sting operation. His father was released from prison on October 30th, 2015, and he later got deported to Jamaica in late 2016. X's interest in music initially started after his aunt talked him into attending school choir and later church choir. He was quickly kicked out of the school choir after attacking another student. Ja attended Margate Middle School, from which he was later expelled after being a part of multiple fights. He was then enrolled into Sheridan House Family Ministries by his mother for over 6 months. That's when X began to listen to rap, nu metal, and hard rock, which led him to learning how to play the piano and the guitar. X attended Piper High School until he dropped out in the 10th grade. He described himself as a misfit during that time, citing how quiet he was despite being popular and regularly involved in fistfights. X wasn't into athletics, and he's on record stating that he was insecure and depressed during his time in high school. His career as a musician began in June of 2013 after the release of his song News/Flock. After he decided to rock out with the stage name XXXTENTACION, he uploaded his first non-deleted song called Vice City on SoundCloud. The word Tentacion in his stage name is the Spanish word for temptation. Speaking about his decision to leave the life of crime to focus on his music, Ja stated that he felt like music was a better outlet for his feelings, and then girlfriend Geneva Ayala was someone who helped him realize that. He eventually joined Ski Master Slump God's group Very Rare before breaking off and starting the members-only collective, which Ski Mask then also joined. X released his first official EP called The Fall on November 21st in 2014. In 2015, he released a collab mixtape with Ski Mask called Members Only Volume 1, before releasing Members Only Volume 2 with several members of the now grown Members Only Collective. On December 30th in 2015, the original version of Look At Me was uploaded to the SoundCloud account of the song's co-producer, Rojas. On April 28th in 2016, X released the EP Willy Wonka Was a Child Murderer, with music that was heavily inspired by heavy metal and indie music. In 2016, he quit his job as a call center operator due to his music starting to blow up, and moved in with the rapper Denzel Curry. In July 2016, X was arrested and charged with robbery and assault with a deadly weapon. After posting a $10,000 bail, X continued to work on his debut independent album, Bad Vibes Forever, which had a release date set for October 31st, 2016. The album missed the release date and was delayed due to X being arrested in early October on multiple charges of false imprisonment, witness tampering, and aggravated battery of his girlfriend. In 2017, Look At Me gained some serious traction, peaking at number 34 on US Billboard Hot 100 and the top 40 on Canadian Hot 100. The single helped him gain more popularity due to accusations of Canadian rapper Drake using a nearly identical rap flow in his song KMT. X's unique half blonde, half black hair colors also drew public attention. X has said the hair dye choice was inspired by the 101 Dalmatians resident antagonist Cruella de Vil. During his brief incarceration, Ja signed a deal to be managed by Solomon Sobandi, who would remain X's manager until X's untimely passing. And I hope I pronounced that last name right. I apologize if I didn't. Despite Ja being in jail during his initial breakthrough, major label scouts began offering six-figure contracts, and Ja eventually signed an Empire distribution for lower royalty rate, full creative control, and a smaller upfront payment. After his release from prison on April 18th in 2017, he released 3 more songs on SoundCloud. He was shortly after announced that he was working on the studio albums Bad Vibes and 17, as well as a mixtape entitled I Need Jesus. X announced his first nationwide tour, the Revenge Tour, on April 28th in 2017. The tour had 26 dates overall and generated much media coverage. Mid-tour, he announced the cancellation of the rest of the tour dates due to his cousin being shot. Though the final tour date in Broward County, Florida, still went ahead and was later streamed on the Watch the Music app. X released his debut solo mixtape, Revenge, on May 16, 2017. The mixtape consists of 8 previously released songs. The group mixtape, Members Only, Volume 3, with Members Only, was released on June 26, 2017. X's first opener for a major act happened when Drum brought him out at a concert on August 9, 2017 at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California during Kendrick Lamar's Damn Tour. X released the debut album 17 on August 25th in 2017. The album debuted at number 2 on the US Billboard 100, selling 86,000 copies in its first week. The album received mixed reviews from critics, but honestly, the numbers don't lie. 17 had 7 songs that debuted in the Billboard Hot 100 that were Jocelyn Flores, Revenge, Fuck Love, Everybody Dies in Their Nightmares, Depression and Obsession, Save Me, and Carry On. Those songs debuted at number 31, 77, 41, 54, 91, 94, and 95, respectively. Jocelyn Flores became Ja's highest charting song since Look At Me, and is now basically a cult classic amongst his fan base. Soon after, X would have his 9th song to chart on the Billboard Hot 100 with his feature on Kodak Black's song, Roll in Peace. On September 12th in 2016, Ja released his first official music video for the 2015 song, Look At Me, as well as sharing a music video with his 2015 song, Riot. After a super brief self-proclaimed hiatus from making music, Ja previewed new music on November 2nd, 2017, signaling the return to making music. He'd go on to announce Bad Vibes Forever again on November 17th, 2017. Speaking on the album, X stated that, quote, "It will be a mix of genres you have seen me dabble with. If you are not a fan of me, this is not an album for you. It is for my core fans only." On December 11th, 2017, X released A Ghetto Christmas Carol on SoundCloud. A day before his hearing for witness tampering charges, he announced that he was preparing 3 albums to be ready for 2018. And after being released on house arrest, he announced the titles of all 3 albums: Skins, Bad Vibes Forever, and Question Mark. Ja announced that he was releasing 2 songs at midnight on March 2nd, 2018, both the first singles for his album, Question Mark. The lead single, Sad, was released just a few hours later alongside the song Changes. Sad debuted at number 17, becoming his highest charting song in the United States, and eventually peaked at number 1 after X's death before releasing its official music video on June 28th. X announced the release date for his second studio album, Question Mark, on March 12, 2018. He shared the 18-track listing with features from Joey Badass, Travis Barker, and P&B Rock. Question Mark was released on March 16, 2018, debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Top 200, becoming Ja's first number 1 in the country. While the Question Mark album was still taking over the world, X would sadly be murdered in broad daylight on June 18, 2018, while he was out motorcycle shopping. R.I.P. X, man. We miss you, we really do. And that's where I'm gonna leave X's story. I know his posthumous work is a very polarizing topic of discussion for a lot of his admirers and fans alike, including myself. Personally, I miss X. I'm sure we all do. I just wish that he was here because a lot of the youth and even adults like myself could use his words every now and then. I'm happy we got what he's left us with, but I just feel like he was just beginning to grow as a person around the time his life was taken away from him. I truly believe he would be the biggest artist in the entire world right now if he was still with us. That's how highly I think of him. Like, he was that good. He was that talented. He blends genres amazingly as well. Like, and as a fan of just music, I respected it. I admired it. I loved it. I was addicted to it. I still listen to him on a daily basis, man. So that's where we're gonna leave this, man. X, we miss you. May you rest in peace. Y'all know the vibes though, man. Peace, love, positivity. Comment who you want me to do next. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.